Rotary tools for sanding models, a necessity? No, but I'd rather have something and not need it than need it and not have it. Here are some tools from Dispay, Dispay, whatever you want to call them, Madworks, and David Union. Prices range from cheap to the not so cheap. So let's just get this started. The Dispay tools, the portable pen, it's $25. It has 3 levels, so you can't really control the speed, which for me is a deal breaker, and I rarely use it these days. But at $25 and it being wireless, what do you expect, you cheapskate? While using it, I found that even at its lowest setting, if you aren't paying attention, it can kinda do a number or warp your plastic. So I would say use it sparingly. This can be found on New Type HQ. Next up, we have the reciprocating sander. It's $35.99 on Gundam Place. It cannot be found on New Type HQ, which is my go-to for everything Gunpla in America. And from my findings, these are prone to breaking. It comes with a few pages of pre-cut sticky sandpaper, a box, and all the sanding heads that you'll need, with indication stickers to let you know what grit sandpaper you're working with. Pretty cool. Overall, the Dispay tools can get the job done, but their quality is on the cheap side. Don't expect long life or amazing results. But if you're on a budget, these tools will do. I feel the reciprocating sander is a better buy than the rotary tool, but the reciprocating sander isn't that great when put to use. You really have to focus on styrene plastic kits with this. It's just a no-go on ABS. It's a bit of a rough ride. And I've never used it on resin kits. I just feel like there isn't enough power there. These are basically tools made with affordability in mind for the average builder. But once you go off the deep end when it comes to Gunpla or model building in general, you're going to require better results, and you will soon outgrow these tools. The Madworks rotary tool, it comes in at $64. Once you get into the GK kits, polishing, 3D printing, and customizing of your model kits, you'll have great use for one of these. At this price point, it's a cheaper and less bulky alternative to the dentist drills that are commonly used by most modelers, me being one of them. You can find them on Fleabay for $120. I will admit the Madworks doesn't have the same range of speed, which is the only major fault I can find with this. But the range of speeds it has should be enough to get any job done that you need. Anything more, you'd probably have to go to a drill anyway. The 3-tooth chuck makes it compatible for a wide range of drill bits. If you work with tools, this is standard fare. The dentist tool kit lacks this feature, and the Dispay rotary tool uses an Allen key locking mechanism, which is time consuming and annoying. And that also means there are limited drill bit sizes you can use for either. You could use a Dremel tool, which I've seen people do, but Dremel tools are best suited for woodwork and around the house sort of stuff, or working on vehicles. Using them for model kits is not optimal due to their size. You can buy a add-on rotary tool extension, but if you attach it wrong, you'll destroy the tool itself. Don't ask me how I know. Madworks wins hands down. Off of the rip, it's already perfectly fitted for your hands. It's small, it's easy to pull out and put away, and there's no extra hassle with it. It's cost effective and useful. This is the best bang for your buck of all the tools I'm reviewing here. My only real gripe is the wire feels a little short and can pop out easily, but then again, my work area is a mess. Oh man, the other thing I forgot to say about the Madworks tool, it comes with next to nothing. I think like 1 drill bit. So frankly, if you're buying this, you already have a bunch of drill bits, hopefully. Keep that in mind. Lastly, the David Union Ergonomic Pen Sander 400. This one comes in at $120 before tax and shipping. It also has 9 bits, and that's all you get with it. You'll need to have your own adhesive sandpaper or make your own. It is everything that Dispay is not, as it should be, considering that this thing comes in at almost over triple the price. It's a sturdy tool, you can tell by handling it. For bigger sanding jobs like perfect grade size resin kits, this is my go-to item. You get tired of sanding blocks of resin for prolonged periods, and this makes the task so much less annoying. The range of speed gives you full control of your sanding, which is a necessity to keep you from creating flat spots on rounded edges. The only real downside is the price. It took me ages to pull the trigger on something I'd only use for big projects once in a blue moon, but now that I have it, I doubt I'll ever go back to sanding massive resin kits by hand for hours. Another tool I'd recommend for someone who's modeling regularly or semi-professional, i.e. you're doing commission works, and time is essentially money. Nothing here I've shown you is needed. They're all tools to make the hobby easier, and as a hobby it should be as stress-free as possible. Till you make a YouTube channel and ruin all the fun for yourself, but that's my struggle. Well, it's time for me to go back to Dispay. As the man who gave me my first airbrush said, do great things.